Wizzo. So I'm back. First getting honor and blessing to Ese Chubo Uduwa Mauso Bodita. Alright. Alright, y'all, how y'all doing? It's time for me to finish up what I was talking about last time. Uh by the way, you'll see me glance down every once in a while. I don't have my notebook with me right now, but what I do have, who I do have on the line right now, is my godmother, the great and wonderful uh, Queen Mother of the Densu River, Zobishi Mamishi. Uh, we stay in contact. A lot of most Hunans don't stay in contact with their godparents after they've flown the nest, so to speak. It's a thing. I, on the other hand, I'm absolutely enamored with the spirit of the people who initiated me, and I feel a special kinship with the people who have initiated under Zabishi Mamishi as well. So I have a god sister in uh, Canada, it was Alberta, I think it is. She runs a cult shop down there. I just found out I got another one. He's not far. He's in this another one in the States somewhere. It's a brother out in I want to say France. And we vibe from time to time. I'm waiting for our godmother to summon us all. I'm waiting for the cola dust to show up in the mail, and and then we'll all meet back up in Toko. Um, uh, but I know that there are some houses that just kind of don't make it. Some priests that get their initiation and they get on with their lives. But my godmother, she's always active, always concerned, and she forges a bond that she doesn't let just go away. She reaches out. She's like a real mother. If, your real mom. If you don't call your real mom, she gonna call you. She gonna find out what's going on with you. And so she does the same thing. She's the exact same way. If I don't call her, uh, and she don't expect to call every day, you know, but at least once a week. If you don't call once a week, she gonna call you, find out what's going on with you, what you doing, why you not reaching out, talking to people. So today is the day that I finally got an opportunity to finish talking about what we were talking about a couple of days ago, giving y'all that brief primer on why voodoo. Um, and just to recap, what we were talking about it wasn't even earlier this week was the two primary legs of voodoo is revelation and healing. Okay, and what we were talking about before, we were talking a lot about the revelatory side of it, which included how things are revealed and uh, what is going to be, and what is the primary thing that needs to be revealed, which is so we talked about briefly the say, essay, and I was about to slide into vocation. Um, so let's go ahead and just pick up there. So, say is your destiny. That's what you were, your purpose. That's what you were meant to do. That's that undeniable thing that you will do for God. That is your reason for being. Essay is the God of that purpose or that reason for being. Right. That is the expression of deity that came into being when he realized, when deity realized, this is what I want to have happen. Say was born from that. Um, she up here, she talking. Um, and no, I'm not gonna tell y'all what she's saying because it's none of your dang business. It's my mom. You want to know? Go give her some money, and she'll tell you. Uh, but Essa is that is the God of that, right? Essa is the God of your purpose, of your reason for being. Um, so your vocation then would be your how that manifests. Okay, that would be that's what that would be. Um, uh Oh, she dropping knowledge on me. She dropping knowledge on me about something else though. We're discussing. Um, she's telling me about fire and water and iron. So yeah, it's the conversation is going where you might think it is. I'll talk to her about that later. So your vocation though, it's essentially it's one of five things. Essentially, it's one of five things. You're either someone who is how you function. Your vocation is going to be how you function in the community as an expression of that divine principle that brought you into being in the first place. It's your function in community as you attempt to express that divine principle. Um, and in the case of men and women like myself, um, who are priests, that's because we perform the communal responsibility of being the link between uh, the infinite heavens and the community. Um, and a lot of people take exception that they don't like it. They don't like that at all. A lot of people don't like that at all. And the reason they don't like that is because they feel like that leaves them out. And it doesn't. It doesn't. But I said there's five professions. I mean, there's five vocations. And if one of them is to be the priest, then that means there's other four essential functions that your civilization needs to have being filled in order for it to continue to run. Um, so other people are have vocations that say this is what you must be doing. This is what you must be doing. And if they're not doing that because they're trying to do what I'm doing, then who's carrying that load? That's how civilizations end up falling. Um, because people start doing stuff that are not in their vocations. Oh, hold on, because she just hit me with a, Yeah. We're discussing um the the Americas, and uh-huh, and how certain disasters manifest in certain places and why. And so she just hit me with some wisdom just now. Um, and then I started putting some stuff together. I'm like, I had a ooh wow moment, and it's beautiful to be able to do that. So anyway, so vocation. So the priestly vocation is actually the seer vocation. It's the visionary. The visionary. Their job is to see the order of the heavens and to bring that order to people. And traditionally, this was done by the priests, but in modern times, heck, it could be done by anybody. You can't even tell. I don't even know anymore. Other professions you have, though, testers of the rules, the mediators keep peace between the members of the community. Um, testers of the rule, testers who ensure that the community remain the morality of the community remains strong. Um, strangely enough, by breaking the rules, the tricksters. You have the makers, those who produce things to sustain the community. Then you have the destroyers who remove uh, obstacles to the growth of the community. And those will be your men in arms, your your warriors, things of this nature. And every society has these. Every society has these, and they have them because this is the way humanity was put together. Someone must perform all of these functions, and when one of these functions aren't if is fails to be performed, then it all falls apart. All right, so that is actually pretty much the long and short of it. Um, so you don't have to be a priest to be powerful in voodoo. To be powerful in voodoo, you have to know your purpose and fulfill it. And the best method of fulfilling your purpose is through your vocation. You see, you see how all of this is tying up together through your vocation. So the warrior shouldn't be trying to be a priest. He should be trying to be a warrior, the best one possible, the best one there is. And don't worry, every vocation has its initiations. Right? Every vocation has its initiations. Its um, secrets and things of this nature, and powers, right? Spiritual powers, right? To make them who they are. But you have to go there and get those. You can't just spirit. Don't worry about it. You can still talk to spirits or whatever. Just simply because you can talk to spirits don't mean you're a priest. It means you can talk to spirits. But a warrior needs to talk to spirits as much as a priest does. A maker needs to talk to spirits as much as a priest does. A maker, he puts his hands on that stone, he picks up that chisel, and he listens to what it tells him. Or her. Uh, She gets in that kitchen and starts to cook, and she uses her intuition to do that with. She's listening to them same spirits. So that initiation, it's there for everybody. There's nobody that's exempt from it. That leader must go, that mediator, that merchant. Everybody has spirits that they have that are available for them to enhance whatever practice it is, whatever their vocation is. Right? It's just that it's the priest's job to go out into the deep and ensure that people can see what they're supposed to see and know what they're supposed to know, right? So that they're not out there flailing around trying to get right. And y'all, I know this is a t-shirt and this is a cloth. Um, and it's cold here. I know everybody else is burning up down in the lower 48, but I'm in Alaska and it's 63 degrees tonight and the temperature's still dropping. And I'm in the house with the heat on and it's 63 degrees in the middle of August. Now I ran past that 15 minutes, y'all. I'm gonna throw that 15-minute rule out the window. I'm not even gonna try it no more. So that's the revelatory leg right there. I think that wraps up the revelatory leg. If you got any questions later on, make sure you say something in the comments. Speaking of comments, y'all talk to me so I know what y'all want. Please feel free to ask me any question. Yeah, feel free to ask me any question. I will answer it. Even if the answer is I don't know, it'll still be an answer. Until then, yeah. And pay a bill real quick as I make this segue. When I mean pay a bill, I mean pay a bill. My own bill. All right, so for those who don't know, I as a priest, I learned a lot of secrets of herbalism. I speak to the spirits and they speak to me about what folks need, what'll help them and what won't. And they've given me the power and the knowledge to create poultices, tinctures, and things of this nature. And one of the things I have is money wash. So, if you're interested, get at me. I will get that to you. Okay, that was that shameless plug. Come buy the priest magical wares. There you go. Also do Greekeries and all that other stuff. I don't call Greekeries. You know what it is. So anyway, the other thing, the other leg, back to the lesson, the other leg is healing. Right? Revelation was one leg, healing is the other. And healing is done by way of the bath, by way of the poultice, right? And by way of prayer, right? Spirit bath. Well, I mean, so there are lots of different ways. By now, anyone seeing this should have seen the brain surgeon, the African brain surgeon, the voodoo brain surgeon, and this, in essence, he does open brain surgery on patients, on men and women, and peels their head back, crack their skulls open, fixes whatever's wrong in their head, cover that joker back up, and heal their heads. I watched my godmother cure a woman having a stroke. I don't think anybody knew she was having a stroke, but I identified it as a stroke. I knew what it was. That's one of the things that we got taught to look for when I was in service. All the symptoms, slurred speech, sweating, stuff like that. Stuff you probably go, hey, he's drunk first, and then it's like, oh no, he's having a stroke. And they say stuff that don't make sense. Well, they tell you that what you just said that makes sense. There we go. So the healing arts come in different forms as well. You have the healing arts of the soul, healing arts of the mind, healing arts of the heart, healing arts of the body. I mean, as an Amandansi, and as as a devotee of Sakpata, not exclusively or only, but I got him. He's with me. My voodoo's are over there. These things come to you, heal. And so these are the purposes of voodoo. These are the legs of voodoo. These are what it's all standing on. Not the hexes, not the zombies, not the curses, although these things are possible and they happen. They don't come from the priests. And let me be more exact. It is not a priestly function to do these things. Now, you can be a priest and be a witch, a sorcerer, right? And do these things. Now, get that juju, right? Just because you know a chike doesn't mean you don't know juju, right? Because I know there are plenty of people out there who serve with both hands. I'm not one. I don't believe in it. I think it's bad. But there are lots of people who will not only act as Onan, but they will act as Etzetu. I'm not one. I don't do it. I don't do it. My godmother don't do it because it's unhealthy. That's it's unhealthy. It's unhealthy. It's not good for the soul. It's not good for the body or the mind. And it's not good for your heart. So I don't do it. So that's it on that subject. I really don't feel like I should beat that horse anymore. But that's what it is. When people ask you, say, well, what is voodoo all about? I tell them it's about revelation of what one's purpose and destiny is. And it's about healing, right? So that your mind, body, and soul can accomplish the task that God set out for you. So you can get it done. That's what voodoo is. It's not hexes and the undead. It's not that. These things happen. There are hexes out there. They're not the express They're not the propriety of the voodooist, the Agbasivi, which, if you're not initiated, that is what you are, Agbasivi, child. Right? And there's nothing wrong with that. There's more than that. Nothing wrong with that. It's who we all are at some point. All of us are searching, right? And initiates, no matter what their vocation is, initiates have found where they're supposed to be at, and have through their initiation dedicated themselves to their vocations and the spirits that are over those vocations, right? So, and they all have some degree of spiritual authority to do certain things, right? And you have to respect that. It demands your respect, and they will too. Any initiate will demand the respect of their station, because it's not given. It wasn't given. It was hard earned. It was hard earned. So that's it for ladies and gentlemen. That's it. That's all it is. That's all voodoo is. It's not a whole lot of hocus pocus. It's just find out what God wants for you and do that. That's what voodoo is. It's finding out what God wants for you, and going to get that done. So I'm going to wrap up Voodoo 101 today. Oh yeah, I'm gonna wrap it up for today. And what's going to happen is I'm going to discuss Sunday a little bit more in detail how you should be practicing. Because that's what this is. This is for the layman. This is for the everyman. This is the minimum that the uninitiated should be doing. Okay? Because everybody can't afford initiation. Everybody's vocation doesn't require it. You don't have to get initiated to be a policeman. But if you initiate yourself, no, you can't initiate yourself. But if you get yourself initiated uh, to the spirits that govern law enforcement, right? Or that type of or protection, right? Then you will become that much more of a master of what it is that you're supposed to be out here doing. Right? So you'll be like super servant protect. So there you have it. That ties up 101 part 2. And hey, don't forget to like and subscribe, right? There'll be more of these coming. Hopefully I'll get better at doing them, right? Because talking to people is easy, but talking to people on camera, it's a whole different Bollywood guy. It's gonna take some getting used to. Like I need a studio badly. I just realized this tonight. So yeah, that's it on that. And look for me on Sunday. I might even do another one for the night. It depends on what happens or what me and my godmother end up talking about, because she just sent me another message. I ain't seen it yet. And Sunday, we will definitely have the other conversation about what's going on in the world of voodoo. So until then, peace and blessings. And walk with the ancestors. Be a good character. Remember God always. Peace.